Yo, yo, yo. We're back at it. We're back to our normally scheduled times. Um, Son had a birthday last Thursday. We had a bunch of family come in, so we just spent the most of the night cleaning, and then obviously Saturday we had my show over at Run Pure Sports, and we had more party stuff to go through and do family. So last week was kind of hectic to say the least. Uh, Going forward, Wednesdays will be this show. We will also, not this Wednesday, but starting next Wednesday, we will be start doing the resurrection drafts they have over at DraftKings. That's about it. We're advancing just average, which according to Liam's dumbass is the way to go. Got my solid 25. I got 24. So maybe I need one more to get to the right spot. What kind of dumb shit is that? How is 100 lineups better than 20? I can't understand the overlap theory that he's trying to say is out there. But let's think about this logically. If you have 100 teams, regardless whether they're built the exact same or like how I did it, probably 70 to 80% the same every time, they are going to do better just on the set of chances that they're going to get into better, softer lobbies. Now, maybe your star player doesn't do anything. Does that hurt you? Probably. It probably does. But on the other side, you're probably going to advance so many that you're going to get into a lobby that has like a certain skill set as yours, and you're going to advance it because their lobby, their teams are soft. You know what I'm saying? Like the likelihood that somebody does it is unlikely. Most likely, you're going to advance out of that. At least, on average, you'll probably get on average, which is why I think it's absolutely retarded. Because in the second round, at least on DraftKings, it's 1 to 12, right? So it's 1 to 12. You're advancing two teams into the semis. If you have, let's just round it to a near number. Say you have 96 teams, you're going to advance 8. So if you're going to advance 8 teams, you're no longer, you're just hoping that one of those 8 is good enough to get into there. And the theory is like, oh, you built your team so poorly because all the teams are the same. That doesn't really matter. It's about the people in your pod. That's who you're going against. And yeah, if you have a league winner, probably they're going to have league winners too. But over on DraftKings, you have 20 players. You almost never run into people with the same start past like 5 to 6 picks in. Once you get to pick 100, there's almost no duplicated teams. Maybe there's some, but there's not a lot. Dumbest thing I'd heard all week, and whatever he had some little bots following him that preach his idiocy, and good luck, man. Good luck in life being a fucking sheep to a dumbass. Yeah. Normally don't have to rant about stuff, but I mean, you guys, 100 better than 25. Oh yeah, you get one lineup in. It had the league winner in it. Guess what? It doesn't matter. You need to. That's so stupid. Okay. Da, 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 da. All right, we're gonna start off with whatever was the first thing that it had me saying. Where's my thing? I just didn't change my. It's weird. There you go. So let's see if I can move. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Can I edit this? just a smidge. Yeah, if I could reverse that, cancel it. Okay, so it's saying it's this first one. Okay, so this is my highest scoring. Um, did I do for both? Hold on. Okay, so I didn't do what I thought I did. This is my highest scoring third place lineup. I wanted to put my scoring third place million maker. So give me 1 second. I'll pull that one up here too. Not as high as I thought. This one's pretty high though. So it was third place in the what is this one in? This is the early bird tournament, the highest scoring overall team. And yeah, third place by 10 points. To is that Teresa? No. I don't think that's Dennis's brother-in-law or cousin. I don't remember if it's cousin or brother-in-law. El Rock. I don't remember what the name was. I thought it was Teresa spelled backwards, but regardless, we have Sam Darnold, James Cook, Devin A. Chain, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, Mark Andrews, Alec Pierce, Dallas Goddard, Ollie Gordon, Marvin Harrison Jr., who, probably has 100 yards receiving and 4 catches. Probably looks a lot better in a tutty. What was that? If he had 50 yards and a touchdown, it's 11 points. Probably the bonus. Looking like a lot more points. 20 points probably, somewhere around that range. Oh, well. Christian Kirk, Penix, Cooper Cup, my boy Naj. It was a tough day mentally. I mean, honest to God, I stopped. Yeah, Felix, what is your highest? We'll get there. You guys tell me your highest. Send me your highest. So you guys, help me out here. Losing Naj was sad, like mentally sad for me. But things weren't looking his way. So maybe an injury, takes a year off, recovers, and maybe 2 years has like a resurrection somewhere, for like the Chiefs. I know he's an Oakland guy, so maybe he comes back and is like a backup for the Raiders or plays for the 49ers, after, McCaffrey leaves and retires. Most likely it's his career and he's going to call it there. But you never know. I'm probably done drafting him at a high clip for the rest of my life, though. If he comes back and plays, I'll sprinkle him in, but I will not be overweight. Jalen Wright hasn't done anything, hasn't been on the IR. Gabe Davis, Kenneth Mullings, Jake Bobo, and Anthony Richardson. Jake Bobo just got outshined by Torrey Horton. To be fair, this was pre-draft, so a lot of these were just going off the hip. But that's my highest scoring third place team. Just a few weeks in. Scoring 55 points? 155, 157, somewhere in that range, which is kind of crazy. Unit. All right, we'll go down the line. The next one, share this tab. You know what? Dennis asked. We'll go shine. We'll find the highest scoring. Is this the Millie Maker? No. That could be the Millie Maker. Share this tab instead. Exit out of you. Okay, that's what I thought, but I was like, it started with an A, and it had some weird letters. So I'm like, I said maybe it was Dennis's, but no, it is not. It was Al Karat or something. I thought it was Teresa spelled backwards. All right, this is my highest scoring team as for the Millie Maker. It has 508 points to Herbert, Hampton, Scatabo. Let's just go ahead and move my head. Nobody needs to see me that ginormous. Let's go ahead and put me up here. Yep. All right, and Scatabo, AJ Brown, which it's like I have 3 shares of AJ Brown and James Cook. This must have been one of my hate drafts, which is kind of funny. Like I integrated some of my hate picks, so because it has AJ Brown, Luther Burden, Keenan Allen, Dalton Kincaid, James Cook. And that was another reason why I said it probably has some of the people I don't like because James Cook, Trey McBride, Roma Dunze, Kyler Murray, Jamar Chase, Trey Benson, which I'm kind of excited for, Deebo Samuel, Dontavian Wicks, Brian Robinson Jr. looking good out there. If anything does happen, if it's like just too much work for our boy CMC, I've got a hefty bag. And it's a lot of work going to the CMC right now. Jackson Dart just got a bump this week. Keaton Mitchell, Roman Wilson, Pat Bryant. They're my later round, last round picks. Like, let's be honest, like I don't need to have huge production from them. I just need a week. I think Pat Bryant's week is going to come randomly. I thought he'd be more involved. I don't really know what they're doing in Denver. They've kind of looked out of sync. Looks like a sophomore slump a little bit. They need to involve more Pat Bryant. That's all I'm putting out there. Roman Wilson, don't really quite understand his usage or workload, why it hasn't changed at all. An explosive deep threat, hasn't gotten a single shot. Keaton Mitchell, I mean, they kind of shit on my face after the preseason was over and said, I don't know how he's going to get any work with Justice Hill and Derrick Henry. I'm like, we just give him the ball 5 times. It's not like you're asking to give him the full workload. Just give him the ball 4 or 5 times a game and see what happens. But regardless, they're going to run Derrick Henry into the ground or let him fumble his way out of the league. But this team's got a lot of upside. It's outscoring by 75. What is it? 70? It's 83 points. I practically have to lose half of my players to a bye week. Kind of crazy to think. Topanga. So we'll go here. We'll hit share this tab instead. All right. And then exit out of that one. Okay, so this is my highest third place team in the Millie Maker. Oh, it's got our boy King Koopa. Do we have any more of our boys in here? We got Big Marley on this one. I saw Big Marley had a big bag of Najee too. Makes me feel like a little pit in my stomach that he did lose. Everybody lost our Najee shares, but maybe he had him at a good price and what is not relying on him. I have 489, 488, and 481 is my highest in the Millie. Dang. I do have quite a bit higher than that, but I'm definitely not bragging because I know that it's just because I've got lucky with Naj. Here, I'll share this real quick. So I have let's see, some of them are not even Millie Maker, and we'll show that one here in a minute. 508, 504, and then 487. So it's not like that many. So it's 2, and then 475. I have to say my exposures or my like I went through like I was just counting up the teams. I have 13 first place teams. I have 11 second place teams. I have 13 third place teams. I have I think it was 11 or 12 fourth place teams. Then I was like, I just want to see how many, and then whatever it was, it equaled up to a little over a 75. It was like 78, right? And so I was like, well, I'm curious how many 12 place teams. I'm not going to go and count the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th because I didn't really want to. And I counted, I had 12 place teams. So I'm like pretty like, I am pretty, flat on my exposures, which is kind of crazy. You only did 23? Damn. I did 150. That's wild that you did 23 and you're advancing 9. I only did 19 on Underdog, which I'm not going to share those because their app sucks on the computer. But I'm advancing 5. And before Monday night's game, I was advancing 7. So 7 out of 19, I feel pretty good about. And over there, I didn't even like touch my guys. I was like, just going to build solid teams, whatever's like there. Even the players I hate, I have like a Calvin Ridley share. Like I have players I don't typically draft over there, and I'm advancing the same amount. Well, technically, I'm advancing better because it's like 25% or whatever. Anyways, this is my highest scoring Millie Maker team. Baker Mayfield, Tony Pollard, ETN, another weird team I don't like. Because I didn't draft ETN, but like on 2 or 3 teams either. I wanted more Pollard, but I just didn't have a lot of teams. I didn't get a lot of Hubbard. That was just he's in a weird pocket of the draft where I wanted wide receivers. So Baker Mayfield, Tony Pollard, ETN, Amon-Ra St. Brown, JSN, Torrey Horton, Dallas Goedert, Chuba Hubbard, CJ Stroud, Travion Henderson, Russell Wilson, oh boy, Nick Chubb, Tyler Warren, Genty, Wan'Dale Robinson. This is a hate team for sure. Oh, but I got Colin Johnson. Westbrook Akine, Worthy, Jack Beesh. Yeah, you would never see me draft this team twice. This is definitely a hate team. All right, now we go over here. Stop share this tab instead. So this is my highest scoring team overall, putting up 527 points. It's the $3 play action. This is one of the lineups. I'm like, man, this team feels really good. Like I felt really good about almost all of my play action teams. Currently advancing 4 or 5 of them, and yeah, still feel really good about those teams. It's Caleb Williams, JT Hampton, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, Quentin Johnston, Kyle Pitts, Kyron Williams, Herbert, Bijan, Bo, Brees, Tucker Kraft, Cooper Kupp, Dontavian Wicks, Ray McLeod, Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Armstrong, and Kanata Mumfield. These 2 guys, I'm like, well, if the Dolphins go into a full tank mode, midway through the season, they bring back Armstrong. And if for some reason something happens to Stafford and then they go into kind of a tank mode, Mumfield at the end of the season going against, Atlanta. Who knows? Who knows? You don't know. This looks like somebody sniped Penix from me. No deal. No big deal. So this team is pretty awesome. Got Bijan in the first round. And then got JT in the second, Kyron in the third. This is when Hampton was going in the 4th. Got 2 great deals on Allen and Quentin Johnston. I got Brees Hall in this team. So I almost got him in the 4th and Hampton in the 5th. This team is pretty sick. Pretty sick. I'm beating last place by almost double his points. Not close, but getting there. I said maybe by the next game we're doubling him up. All right. Share this tab instead. Did we already look at my highest scoring team? I don't remember doing it. We must have. Yeah, we did. This is my lowest scoring team in the Millie Maker. It's got Kyler Murray, Marion Hampton, Bajan Robinson, DK Metcalf, Alec Pierce, Matthew Golden, Sam Laporta, Bucky Irving. The running back room feels good enough that it wouldn't be in last place or that far down. Brian Robinson, okay. Kai Williams, got it. Noel, got it. Dart, turn around. If Mixon never played, Rasheed Rice hasn't played. Jaden Reed died. Nick Million died. Thielen hasn't even caught a pass yet. Trey Harris hasn't done anything. Higbee hasn't done too much. And Shador Sanders hasn't done anything. Oof. Yeah, a lot of zeros. Lots of zeros. These guys had to pay off. It's just what they're not doing. Like the running back room is solid, but wide receiver room definitely sucks butt right now. I don't think it finishes last with Rice coming back and potentially Mixon coming back. So I've heard some rumors week 5, but we shall see. Dun, 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 do. Where am I going? I'm just going somewhere. Did I fucking delete it? Oh, I'm on it. I was like, I'm looking for ESPN Fantasy, but I was on ESPN. My brain couldn't figure out that's what I need to look at. Share screen, ESPN Best Ball Nation. Last week, I was finally taken down by Matt Barker. Matt Barker took me down. I am going through it with Chase Brown not performing, Terry McLaurin underperforming, and then James Conner breaking his ankle in like 25 different places. Brock Bowers with the hurt knee has been killing me. And that's about it. It could have gotten worse, but we're still 2-1. We're in 5th place. We're going to need to get better, play better. We'll rally the troops this week. We're playing Chris Olave this week, and we'll see about Jalen Waddle if he fits into the lineup or not. We shall see. Yep. Do. So I'm a part of RPS now, which is pretty cool. They just signed this guy named Buddha over for the MMA stuff, and I'm pretty sure he's one of those people that takes down like most of the tournaments over in MMA. I haven't seen him in the Discord yet talking too much, but like, I don't know if I can share this or if I'm allowed to share this kind of stuff or not. I know it's a little bit on the pricier side for some people in general. Like, you guys don't like to pay for those kind of things. I get it. To be fair, I was only subscribed to Stochastic before this. To be fair, I was kind of like, well, I know what they're about, and I'm not really a Discord guy, and I really wasn't before this. If you are in Discord, they are talking football, MMA, women's basketball, soccer, all this other crap that I don't really into, but like I get that other people are into that stuff. They're always in there talking, and if you get the thing that goes with it, though, Well, let me share. Like one of their bets have been pretty spot on in the NFL. Uh, if you tail them, obviously, my Sunday bets that I grab four of my bets every week. I grab four of them, and I think they're pretty good. And I went 0-4 last week, bringing me to two something and one, and the something's pretty high. uh, but regardless, so it's three. There's a total of 12. I'm at 2-9-1. Oh no. Yeah, 2-9-1. It was pretty bad. I picked the Ravens to beat the Jesus. Regardless. If you tail the other guys, like if you came in on Saturday, you would have heard, look, I think, not me, but Rubio said he thinks that that the Vikings are going to get a score touchdown. Like you get weird tidbits like that, which he nailed. We've been pretty spot on. The last week would have to be my worst week, but the first 2 weeks I nailed it. So maybe if I just come with a little bit more prep this coming week, my plays of the days have been awesome, except for this past week. Yeah, Bucky Irving did do terribly, but and he almost at the 110 combined yards, not rushing, though. I said he'd have 110 and 2 tutties. They got close. They just didn't give him the ball. But with no Mike Evans, maybe he gets more opportunity. Anyways, this is not here to discuss all that jazz. What was I doing? So yeah, you get all these cool things. You get core plays. All these things like the boom rating. I don't know what it's going to pull up. I'm in MLB. I didn't know I was looking at MLB. Regardless, we'll just go ahead and it gives you like crazy amounts of information. I use it for the football. I don't really know what I'm looking at here for baseball, but like it's a very similar set. Let's just go look at the football one. I don't know if it'll be last week or this week. I'm assuming they're already getting it ready for this week, but okay. So yeah, against Dallas. So this is last week's percentage chance. Like he's got elite boom rating. He was the number one quarterback. Yeah. It's very good information. I have no affiliation code or anything like that. I do know if you slip into Big T's DMs occasionally, he'll have a cheap code for you. And I don't know what it pays for or whatnot, but if you get this plus you added the Sims tool, I've taken down 2 showdown tournaments already using the Saber Sim, and I enjoy showdown. I'm usually close, but taking down 2 of them in the span of me being, I took down one, and then I got altered score to 30th in a second one, but we were in first place when the game ended. Taking two tournaments down at the end of the game. We won't say after the game because that is not true. We had 2 first places, so and Saber Sim is a very useful tool. So you could just go get Saber Sim, but I do think having the RPS projection numbers in there are a little bit better than other people's that I've used in the past. And then you can add hey, they really high on him. Maybe I want to add. Maybe I just want to have all the elite boom type players at quarterback and fade the rest of them. See, I was personally, I was on a moderate boom. I was really heavy on Carson Wentz, which clearly I was wrong. It would have been nice to have Mariota or what's his face, Caleb. Just putting it out there. I don't have any, codes or anything, but I do think they are worth it. Patreon, I am looking to get a guest on and do that conversation on Friday. We shall see. Maybe not this week, maybe next week. And then we're gonna do a little bit more things in there. We'll probably actually run because I build my lineups on Saturday, and I'm usually done streaming with Rubio at 10:30. I'm thinking maybe I go to the private stream and build some lineups at like 10:30 to 12 or like 11 to 12. Just build some lineups, pick out some lineups, and do all that. What else? What else happened? The Najee news. There was. Let's see the X. Anybody send me their lineups? Didn't ask for any, but nope, nobody sent me lineups. Following. Oh yeah, this random guy got kicked out. Our boy hit him with the gritty. Dude, killing it out here, by the way. Fantasy best ball leaderboard. I tried to do the fantasy best ball. Apparently, I probably mistyped something or did something incorrectly. Yeah, it is what it is. Hit him with the gritty though. 6th place. Love to see it. We'll do better next year. I'll actually try to get it into the thing. We have one eliminator team left. Probably out after this week. Probably don't get paid. We were in the money going into Monday with Zay Flowers to go. Did not cash anything into the eliminator or into the weekly winners this week. I don't know what happened to Zay Flowers. Absolute stink bomb this past week. Would have loved another cash in weekly winners. We're still $22 money's won on the weekly winners. So we need to make $78 more. I think we have fairly decent teams. I think we had Burrow on 2 of them though. So that's like, and thank goodness I was like, I'm gonna draft these like regular teams. So all of them had 3 quarterbacks, but most of those Joe Burrow teams are because I grabbed Chase. So we'll see. Yeah, Jackson Dart getting the start this week is a pretty big news. I drafted 8% of darts, so like I'm up on him because clearly, like I don't know if he was going. I assumed he was going drafted in all lineups, but I don't know for a fact that he was. So there might be a little smidge of leverage there. And I paired him up with a lot of neighbors, so I'm hoping that connection is there. Dun, 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 dun. What else? See what else is going on in the X. Alrighty. PPR Tyler didn't get the opportunity to embarrass Steve speak. Basketball Jeopardy, so I guess I'll just okay. So Steve and PPR Tyler facing each other in the Eliminator this week. A player I faded this year, Terry McLaurin, visiting the core muscle injury specialist 8 hours ago. Not really surprised there. I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting all these hot chicks that talk about sports in on my For You page. I will say it's way better than all the murder I was getting. So it was a nice turnaround. I'm not clicking on any of it, but if I was to choose between murder and hot chicks, I'd rather look at hot chicks. I don't even know if she's talking about football, but it says Longhorn, so I assume she's a football fan. Made it to the first quarterfinals, or maybe you just want to see that the finals data looks like. Let's see here. I didn't do any of those teams. But Jonathan Taylor does not surprise me. Quentin Johnson does not surprise me. First surprise. No surprises there. Oh, that's interesting. That's weird. You can look at all this information. I don't know how they get all this information, but it's kind of cool. Nez, JT, Trey McBride, Derrick Henry. Let's see here. Get it together. You're single-handed holding me back from greatness. JJK. Okay. I don't know anything about that. See, he pops up on my For You. I am not following Chesley. Let's see. Stop. Trade revisited. They got Matthew Stafford, Goff, Gibbs, Laporta, Jameson. I ain't even try to say that name. Mafatu, Audric Martin, Josh Pascal. Yeah, I'd say the Lions won that trade. That's a good place to start. Michael Mayer, concussion, doesn't practice Wednesday. Okay. Downey Brown, shoulder, doesn't practice Wednesday. Fully practices Wednesday. Oh boy. Fully practices Wednesday. Good, limited. Keep it limited. Keep it. I didn't draft any Isaiah Likely. Witherspoon. Let's on this report. Zach Charbonnet. Let's on the questionable. Fumbled. Shoulder. Fully practices Wednesday. I thought he was done for the season. Like, everybody acting like he was done for the season. That dude has been questionable for the last 2 weeks. I'll be honest with you, I had no idea what Nico Collins actually looked like underneath his helmet. Wait, is that it? Okay. Expects to be okay for week 4. Oh, Bill. All these build truthers have not. Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't sharing it. Not like it matters, but all these Bills truthers, I haven't heard a lot from them. I can't imagine how much victory lapping they'd be doing had he done anything other than being a training camp hero. The dude has not done anything really in the NFL. That's all I'm putting out there. And if anybody hasn't looked as good as they were kind of projected out to be, it would be him. Chris Rodriguez actually looks okay. Nichols with that huge run has looked good. When is Bill going to really show up except for a garbage touchdown? CJ Gardner-Johnson getting dropped. It just feels like he's going back to the Eagles. Is it anybody else get that feeling? Like that's where he's headed back to? Because that's the feelings I got. Oh, let's see here. once Jalen Milroe and Andy Dalton are in, it's over for you. What? Oh, only takes one team. Motherfucker, you got to advance at least one team. No way. That's wild. Uh, there is. Uh, Sven, my guy Sven, we got here. Lad to Hancock, my Keenan exposures. Good to know. I'm okay even if Keenan gets hurt. I know I have quite a few Lad teams as well to go with Keenan Allen, which is nice. It is nice to have a lot of Keenan Allen and Lad together. What is this? On all these random things. Oh Jesus! It's really cool that 10 of my eliminator teams, I have 3 Joe Mixon, 4 Jalen McMillians, 3 Najee Harris, 2 J.J. McCarthy, 2 Anthony Richardson, 2 De'Ami Browns. Jesus Christ, man. Nobody's running worse than him and then somebody else. He had like 1 or 2 advancing. Malik Neighbors S. Nah. Let's see any more football. Don't look the Trey McBride TD in the eye. Now with James Conner out, I wouldn't be surprised if see, way too horny. Really excited to have 4 players advancing as the 2030 teams, which I hear is optimal. Uh, he was on my side. Thank goodness that I have one person on my side about the whole advancing 25 versus 100. Really worried about El Big Tuna having too many teams advancing, getting dangerously close to being limited for contention. Where is Big Tuna at? 39. Oof. All right. Call it there. 5 years plus RPS OG. Didn't even get a farewell retweet from the main RPS account because they were too busy sharing some dude's dime time bink instead. Tough scene. All right, dude, calm down. Well, I heard he's kind of an asshole. Like, I don't know him personally, so I don't know. So, who knows? I mean, they did Mangone, all right. And I have nothing but respect for Mangone. He seems like a nice guy, so I think it's kind of how you leave and how you say it. Who's the AL MVP? I will say Cal Raleigh because I know he had a lot of home runs. Gotta fail to Taylor Mathis. The best walking bets there are out there, if you know what I'm saying. It's good to see a nice female on the betting scene. Oh, my boys, fantasy football formula out here doing some probably dog bowl looks like. with the 12 bands. I haven't checked my SBS team. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's not. It's probably not going great. Watch this. Good content. I like those guys. I'm gonna go with Dominic Reyes. I probably will attach him to a couple to my football bets too. Oh, they got the Candy Man on. Love the Candy Man. Anything else? I'm not seeing anything. A lot of oh yeah. Not seeing anything else. Well, I've learned about Rubio. Dude bits live pitches. You will not see me bidding anything live. That's crazy. Or live baseball wise. I'll bet a home run bet every once in a while. But no. Dude, let's go for Scatabo. Imagine being a content creator with the initials of L and M and bypassing the absolute beast of a man, Cam Scatabo, for Tyrone Tracy, who hasn't played running back before his senior year or junior year and doesn't have great hands, bit of a fumbling problem. It blows my mind. It blows my mind because someone's going to be passing on Cam Scatabo for Tyrone Tracy. Absolutely heartbreaking. I tried to go for as long as I could. I didn't get any other messages to send me your teams. If you guys see this at a different time, I do these every Wednesday. Please send me your teams so we can look at the highest ones. Maybe next week, if I don't get any more, I'll go through more of my teams. All like whatever, let's 650 plus based on my current averages. That should have at least 3 or 4 of those. And maybe we'll just randomly pick out 2 other teams. I mean, you guys saw most of my teams in general. So you guys know what I drafted. But if you want to see how they stack up, or if you want to help me try to find teams that I did with other people, or look at those ones, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Is it fun? It's been real. It's been real fun. Later, guys.